At its core, Star Ocean: The Second Story R is a sci-fi meets fantasy action RPG that throws you into a world filled with war, mysterious technology, and of course, some good old-fashioned adventure. You pick between two protagonists, Claude, a Federation officer who gets stranded on an underdeveloped planet, or Rena, a local girl with mysterious healing abilities who sees Claude as some kind of prophesized hero. That choice alone already changes things. Who you pick affects your perspective on the story and even the party members you can recruit. And speaking of party members, this game has a huge focus on choice. You don't just gather every character automatically. Who you meet and even who sticks around depends on the choices you make. For me, I've recruited mostly female characters, totally by a coincidence, did not do that on purpose, I swear. And it's been interesting seeing the dynamic between them. Some characters are easy to get, others require you to go out of your way or make very specific decisions. And if you're someone who likes replaying games, that means tons of variety and future playthroughs. Now let's talk about the combat system. Helmbreaker! Look at that, boom, boom, boom. Meteor Fist! Fast, flashy, and fun. If turn-based combat isn't your thing, don't worry, this game is fully action-based. Battles happen in real time and you're actively dodging, attacking, and pulling off special moves. It's fast-paced and once you start unlocking more skills and ability, it gets really satisfying. Like, you get some extremely broken abilities. But because of that, you do have to be careful because you can technically break this game to the point where you're just steamrolling through everything, so you do have to rein it back a little bit if you want to actually enjoy the game. Each character has a completely different fighting style. Some are melee focused, others are range, and magic users can wreak havoc with flashy spells. You know, the usual stuff. And yes, you can swap between characters mid-battle, which is great when you want to take control of a different playstyle. And then there's the tactical side of combat. AI settings let you fine-tune how your teammates behave, so if you don't want them burning through MP in 2 seconds, you can set them to be more conservative. Or if you want to go all out, you can make sure they're spamming their strongest attacks non-stop. Personally, I just leave everything to be balanced and just go with it. Exploration is more than just running around.
Come on, bunny!
Yeah! One of the best parts of this game is how much freedom you have to explore. Whether it's running through towns, dungeons, or the overworld, the game actually rewards you for taking your time. You'll find hidden treasure chests, secret skills, and even private actions, which are special character interactions that build relationships between party members.
クロードも本を探しに来たの？そうだけど、レナもかい？
The private actions alone will take up a lot of your time going through every single one of them and going through all the different unique scenarios, which is very interesting and can make your characters more close to each other, which can be a good thing if you're looking for a specific ending with any one character. It is a nice touch because it makes the world feel a little bit more alive. Instead of just running from story event to story event in a linear path, you're encouraged to actually stop and talk to your party members, see their personalities, and even change how things unfold. Now let's talk about some unique mechanics that can help you break the game, as I previously mentioned, if you really want to. So let's talk about one of the wildest things about Star Ocean: The Second Story R, the skill system. This game lets you develop all kinds of ridiculous abilities, from cooking to alchemy to blacksmithing to replication. The results can be insane. Like, you can literally craft some of the best weapons before you should be able to if you level up the skill high enough and you get lucky. That means you can go and become ridiculously overpowered, and I mean to the point where you're just melting through enemies like nothing. But like I mentioned, that's the thing, it's completely up to you. If you want a challenge, you can ignore crafting entirely, and if you want to break the game, go ahead and start forging some absurdly powerful gear early on. There's no right or wrong way to play. You want to get a ton of money? The replication will give you the ability to replicate an item. So let's say you have an item that sells for 7,000 and you replicate that item. And you replicate it a few times. Sell it all, get that money, buy more material to replicate that same item, assuming you saved at least one, and voila, infinite money glitch. You're just gonna, well, it's not really a glitch, but you know what I mean. You're gonna be able to get a ton of money non-stop until you want to. Or even more, let's say you have an item that doubles XP. Now you can replicate that and make leveling up a lot faster. And even worse, if you don't want to take the time to level up fast and doing it that way, there is an item that will set your next to level XP to 1. So you beat an enemy, level up immediately. Replicate that kind of an item so many times and well, all your characters are going to level up every single battle. You can over level very quickly. And it's very addicting. Every time that I play this game and I get something new to do when it comes to crafting, I take up a lot of time just doing the crafting. The crafting mechanics in this game are crazy. Now, the music, a soundtrack that still holds up. Oh, please stop. No more singing. Oh no, her singing is contagious. So let's be real. Music can make or break an RPG, and this game, it absolutely delivers. The soundtrack is a mix of orchestra, rock, and sci-fi inspired tracks, and every area has its own distinct vibe. Whether you're in a peaceful town or in the middle of a tense battle, the music always fits the moment. And it's not just nostalgia talking, this is genuinely a great RPG soundtrack even by today's standards. Considering we have games like Persona 5 Royal, the game holds up. So, is it still fun? At the end of the day, that's what really matters, right? And honestly, yes, Star Ocean the Second Story R is still incredibly fun in 2025. I haven't even beaten this game yet. I'm pretty sure I'm just at the midway point, I think. Not even sure, no idea where I'm at. And I cannot stop with this game. It is amazing. I love this game so much. Don't care how it even ends. Just the fact that this game was so fun and engaging. I recommend this to anybody who's just bored out of their minds, looking for a great RPG to really take up the time and just have fun. And even if you're not bored out of your mind, if you just want any game to play and you feel like Star Ocean might be it for you, it definitely is. Definitely get it. The combat is fast and rewarding, the story is engaging without feeling outdated, the character interactions are better than a lot of modern RPGs, and the skill system lets you decide how deep you want to go. Whether you want a casual experience or a deep RPG grindfest, this game has something for you. So if you've never played it before, like I said, now is the perfect time. And let's say you have played it before back when it released. I think now is worth diving back in just to see how much there is to discover. Because from what I know, quick travel was not a thing in the original. And now there's quick travel. Perfect thing to have. Now, if you made it this far in the video, there is one very unique reason to want to play this game. And it has to do with the fact that if you are an anime lover, specifically an isekai anime lover, let me just explain to you real quick why this game is perfect for anybody who loves isekai anime. Let me paint this picture and tell me if this sounds familiar. You're out and about, exploring, on a mission, just to do explorations, whatever, trying to see, you found something mysterious, you go and investigate it, right? And then you get a little too close to said thing, and you get teleported to a completely different world that you know nothing about. You meet a girl who's an elf girl, by the way, you know, elves, love elves. And she thinks you're some kind of prophesized hero. And you have a combat system that can make you extremely powerful. You have a weapon that's already extremely powerful, even though it gets busted after like the first or second use. But still, you have all these overpowered abilities. You're meeting a lot of female characters that are joining the party. Again, I know you can get other characters. I'm just saying, I got a lot of girl characters that join the party without even having to try that hard. So you have the male protagonist, a bunch of female characters. He's totally overpowered. Granted, the rest of the girls can take advantage of the skill system just the way he can, but you can always make the argument that they're taking advantage of a skill system that he's given them all. At least that's the story that I'm running with. So you have an overpowered character starting in a new place, new world, knows nothing about it, has all these girls with them in his party, and they're off adventuring together. Is that not an isekai anime, or is that an isekai anime? Definitely worth playing this game if you're an anime fan of isekais specifically, because this screams isekai anime. That's the only thing I could think of the moment I started playing this game and everything that happened. And if you play the game, there's also, well, I guess I shouldn't spoil it. Just say play the game because you're gonna find it is so like an isekai anime.